Hey everyone, we are back with this is the final episode of season 3 of The Princes of Parma. This is just going to be a bit of a rundown on where we're at and looking into next season and the transfers. The game we've got today is against Inter. I know I did touch on doing it for Fiorentina and Napoli last time, but obviously I already played those games earlier on in the season on the series. So we brought it back for the Inter game just because there's a potential for there to be a bit more riding on it. As it is, there isn't. It's a bit of a dead rubber. We can't finish any higher than third. Now, there was a chance that if Inter had lost their 36th game, we could have overtaken them with a win here. But they drew. And we also can't be catched by Juventus, so we're guaranteed a third place finish, which is one better on last. Yeah, we finished fourth last season. We've also already beat our points tally. What's that about? Points tally for this season. We are on 76, and last season we finished on 73. Milan retained the title. So a couple of the other teams have fallen away again. Napoli, Hellas Verona. Still up for grabs, to be fair, between Napoli and Roma for who gets that Conference League place. Yeah, there's a lot to play for. For some of the other teams, not so much for us. Transfer wise, after the final, we moved in the transfer market. We had 15 million left, so we have bought in. We're bringing in Emerson Royal from Inter. I saw that I think it was Palmeiras offered 9 mil for him, and Inter was stalling on it. And I thought, oh, okay. I mean, that would be affordable for us. So he's coming in for I think some 7 mil up front, 14, 15 mil in total, just to give us some cover on that right back between him and Lazaro. That has let us down in a few games this season when Lazaro was injured. We were having to rely on Sistana, who in the big games just wasn't up for it. We have also signed this guy, Yari Vasharin. He is someone he's wanting to play through the middle, but he can play anywhere really. So he is coming in to try and add a little bit of flair, playmaking into the team. As you can see, I mean, what drew my attention to him, to be fair, was seeing his stats in 50 games, 27 goal contributions. So that's a goal contribution sort of just under every 2 games. So that could be really good for us, especially when the likes of Gold either aren't performing or are tired, because Gold does get tired really easily. And then add them onto all these little wonder kids, well, supposed wonder kids we've got in from Turkey. Some of them might not be as great as we initially thought, but they're not costing us anything, so we can just sell them on. This is someone we agreed a fee for a while ago. He's a centre half, only 18. He's got 3.5 star potential ability, but his stats for 18, I think, are really good, and he could actually potentially be a lot better than that potential ability rating is suggesting. Looking at his tackling and his heading and his marking and his passing for that age, he's definitely got room to grow. We also signed this guy, Anton Hansen from Denmark. He's only 16. His stats are incredible. He's 16. He's really got really good finishing, good technique, good work rate. He's fairly quick already. His natural fitness, his agility, his balance are all really good. Determination of 20, off the ball of 30, and he is someone who could, be really, really, really good for us, even just from the beginning. We could potentially look at starting to throw him into games as soon as he joins. Not straight off necessarily, but start bringing him in off the bench. He is only young, so we've got to be careful. We have got to look after him a little bit. But yeah, I'm optimistic for him. Finally, this is another guy we're currently just trying to get the deal over the line. He's 17. He's from Turkey. He's a midfielder, and the stats are just ridiculous. His mentals are incredible. Teamwork, vision, and work rate are just fantastic. Decisions are brilliant. Bravery's brilliant. Tackling's okay. Passing's okay. But he's 17, and his determination's 15. They can all be improved, I'm sure, in no time at all. So he's someone who could be really good midfield option for us. Again, coming in off the bench next season. I'm really happy with him. The board gave us 20 odd mil as well, just for the next window, as soon as we got our Champions League qualification boxed off. They gave us a really nice, healthy budget with a good chunk of wages as well. We shifted it around a little bit, just to give us slightly more transfer budget, because we're not really looking to be spending big on the wages at the moment on anyone. Transfers out. Nothing nailed on yet, but Arezzo, I mean, he scored 4 and assisted 1 in his last 4 games, but he's got a lot of players after him, clubs after him. Don't get me wrong, everyone knows Arezzo has the potential to be good, but also what I'm sure a lot of people also know is that he is also quite inconsistent. And the other thing as well, he's occupying a crucial non-EU spot for us. Now, yeah, you look at his stats, he's good. He's a good player. I'm not denying that he's a good, like attributes wise, he's a good player. But I saw a breakdown of his stats. He's had 77 shots this season. He's played 40 games and he's only got 10 goals, which I think is really quite poor for someone who, I mean, he's our number 9. He's the only reason he's not first choice striker is because Esposito is brilliant. But the reason Arezzo's playing at the moment is because Esposito's out. He's been out for the last few games and he's not going to be back in time for the end of the season. Nonto is also, he's been called up for, I think it's that Invitational, the French Cup Invitational. He's done quite well. He's got 13 goal contributions, considering he's, 18 now? Something like that. 19 now. He's been really good for us. Yeah, Arezzo, I think I'll sell him if the decent bid comes in. If we can get there's talk of 35, 40 mil for him, and if I can get anything like that for him, I'll happily let him go. Free up an on-EU spot, get some money into the bank. Realistically, I probably don't really need to replace him because I've got, obviously I've got Esposito, Nonto can play there. I've got Carbonell, who we may or may not let go if a decent offer comes in for him. He's really struggled. He's got good potential, but he's just, his rating's poor. Whenever he plays, he just seems to struggle to find the target. Kabadai will be coming back. He's going to stay with us next season. He's developed really well on loan at Cesena. He's going to be a good option for us. And we've got that Danish guy coming in for us, Hansen. I don't really think we need to replace Arezzo if he goes, and we're just going to use his space, his non-EU space, to register Talisca and people like that. And Douglas Costa, he'll be another one. He'll go. He's been okay. He's done a job for us, but he's not been great. This is the team for Inter Milan. Just going with the standard gegenpress. Like I said, there's not really a huge amount riding on this game. The win would be for pride only, and this has served us really well in the last few games. We played. We lost to Juve 2-1. We have then beaten Fiorentina, Napoli, Roma. We've done really well. A little extra element for this game. Gold needs 1 assist to break the record for the all-time number of assists in Serie A. 1 assist and he gets that record. And if Mere keeps a clean sheet, he also gets the club record for the number of clean sheets in a season. So a few little things to ride on there, just to keep it interesting. Like I said, there's nothing really going on with riding on this game. It was just, I just realised, I was conscious of the fact that I hadn't done, another video after the cup final, and just wanted to break down where we're at and, what we're looking at for next season. We've definitely built on a lot this season. Obviously, we've still got into that Champions League again, which is really good. We obviously got to the cup final. We've had some really big results this season, which we didn't necessarily get last season, but then, there's been some results where we've fallen short compared to previous seasons, which is why I've identified the areas to improve transfer-wise that I have. Just need more depth in the attacking positions. Defensively, we're okay. Akmanis Ozic and Valenti are pretty solid. Every now and then they make the odd mistake, which does cost us. But I think realistically going forward is where we have struggled at times this season. Arezzo getting another goal. Nice little cute finish that. Good work from Douglas Costa. There's been games where the likes of, when we've been relying on the likes of Giel and Gold, and, we've not had a left winger either. Except I sold El Shaarawy, etc. I pushed them out. I sold Dennis Mann because they weren't doing very well. They weren't doing very well, and they were just sat there taking wages, and it was money that we could have used. And I think we've used it quite well. We brought in Bashirin, who's going to come in next season, and he's got the potential to be a really good player for us. It'll give me a bit more flexibility in the midfield as well, because then I can always drop Gold into that Mazzala role. And he can just pull the strings from a little bit deeper. likes of Capaldo and Brugman, I will probably look to sell Capaldo. I think he's the one who's going to be worth good save. Who's going to be worth more money just because he's younger. Both of them have kind of become bit part players this season. Certainly as the second half of the season's gone on, I've been going more with Cristante. Gullickson's playing today, but that is just because he's done quite well recently. Gold could play there. To be fair, if I'd had Nonto, Gold may well have played there, and Nonto would have played in that number 10 role. But yeah, I'm just thinking, trying to make myself more flexible and give myself a bit more creativity. Capaldo, again, he's taken up a non-EU spot. Brugman isn't. I think that's just because he's probably been in the country for so long. But that's the thing. I think if we can improve our front four overall, don't get me wrong, I'm not really looking forward to improve on Esposito because he's class. And then we'll have the likes of Serrano coming back from loan. He's done quite well at Sampdoria, so hopefully he's going to be pretty much ready to hit the ground running. Cabatai, done really well on loan. I mean, performance-wise, he scored maybe 7 goals, 8 goals, and got a fair few assists. His average rating's not been great, but he's just developed really well. I think just playing week in, week out in this league, he's pretty much been a starting player for Cesena, mainly playing as a false 9, I think, but just playing for them regularly, he's come on really well, and I think he'll be ready to do a job for us next season, which is really good. He didn't cost us much, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm optimistic. I am optimistic. Solid start. 1 shot, 1 goal. Who cares? But yeah, I'd be interested to see if anybody else has got any ideas, good players to look for. We're going into our 4th season, so about 2023. Anyone who's got any ideas, players that you think I should look for at this point in the game, great, let me know. If you agree, if you think I should change the tactic, again, let me know. Drop it down in the comments below. While I'm there, also do us a favour, drop us a like. Be nice. And we have got we'll have tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll do unlucky. I'll do the next episode, which will be like a bit of a sort of transfer special / start of next season. I'll take it from there. My stock certainly seems to be increasing. I've had another job offer, another interview offer for Roma. That's how many managers they've sacked while we've been here. And I've also been linked with the Leipzig job, but naturally, I distance myself from all of them because Parma is where it's at. I think aims, I did touch on that at the start of this season. I think realistically, league title, ideally within the next couple of seasons, would be really, really nice. Silverware next season would be beautiful. But I think really, try and get a title. We've got 5 weeks until the FM22 beta likely drops. So I've got 5 weeks to do that. Now, this season has taken me about 2 weeks to do. 2-3 weeks to do, I think. But that was with me essentially having almost 2 weeks off, really, because I was on my course. And then last week I just didn't get anything done. I had a migraine on the Tuesday, which took me out for like a couple of days. And I've just been really busy in work, and I've just not had the time or the energy really to be able to actually just play Football Manager. It sounds stupid. I've just not, literally yesterday was the first time I'd played it in about 10 days. So I reckon I'm off all this week. So I've got plenty of time to try and grind out the next season, and I might even be hopefully sort of going up to halfway through the season by the end of the week, which would be nice. Oh, here's a fun one for you. Freiburg beat Barcelona in the Europa League final. Freiburg beat Barcelona 2-0 in the Europa League final. What's that all about? What is that all about? Fair play to them. Made our last 2 subs just as Arezzo was through. What? He missed. Wow. We've taken Valente off for Luka Denk, who you may not remember we signed in the January for quite cheap, something like 900,000. And we've brought on Carbonell for Douglas Costa, just to see if he can finally, break his duck. I'm not going to lie, we're looking quite comfortable here. Inter are not threatening at all. They're not doing anything. Now, Castrovilli, he's someone I'd like to sign. Jake Cooper's had him on his Lazio save, and he's been really good. I'm tempted by him if I can get him. I did try and get Locatelli last season, but just couldn't get it over the line in time. And then Hertha Berlin came in for him, and just couldn't raise the funds. Come on, someone give it to Gold so he can get his assist. I respect the effort. Come on, focus. Dude, this has been really good. I do not want to concede a goal. Good save. Oh my days. Trying to get a corner. Right, we're going to stop playing for set pieces now. Because I want Gold to get his... just get his assist. He needs 1 more assist in the league. Stop playing for set pieces and let's just start whipping the ball into the box. Oh, Fiorentina have leapt up to 5th. Is that Juventus are losing, maybe? Who are they losing to? Losing to Atalanta. Wow. Well, we're going to close this out. Disappointed for Gold. He's not going to get his assist record. Have to go again next season, Ryan. Arezzo, though. 5 goals in 5 games. Good. Bumps his value up for me. So, 3rd place. We've got a decent chunk of money. We've got about 16, 17 million. Champions League, as you know, we came 3rd. Although we did have that massive win against Bayern Munich, which I will remember for a long time. Knocked out in the quarterfinals by Krasnodar, which I will also remember for a long time for all the wrong reasons. Runner-up in the Coppa Italia. Overall, it's been a very good season. I can't complain too much. The lack of silverware was frustrating, and Europa League... that's going to annoy me, because that was there. That was there for the taking. As you can see, recent form in the league, though, we've won all of our last 5 games. Spal, Fiorentina, Napoli, Roma, Inter. That last 4 games, we won every single one of them. If you'd have told me 2 months ago in game time, like in March, that I was going to win all of those 4 games, I'd have been like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. But we did, and it secured us 3rd place. Finances of the club now, how are we looking? Overall balance, 45 mil, quite healthy. Solid. Okay. So I shall see you soon. I'm going to be back, like I said, probably tomorrow. And we'll see where we're at in regards to the transfer window. We should hopefully have our next round of fixtures released for next season. And we'll see where we're going. But thanks for dropping by. Don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, what your thoughts are about the save so far, and what you think we're going to do next season. Are we finally going to get our hands on a trophy? Please, 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 please. Let's do it. Let's go.